we're going to go into management topic. First management topic and then next week the second one. Alright. Siapa yang tak tahu? Muhammad Ridwan.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay. Alright, to understand about management, you need to understand what you're going to manage first, right? So it is an organization that you're going to manage. What is organization? It is a systematic arrangement of people who work together to achieve a common purpose. So in an organization, it's like one body where you have people working together in that organization, in that body to achieve a common purpose. They share one goal. Okay, they might have their personal goal, but at work they will be sharing a common goal to achieve. For example, the company is selling chicken. So and they want to be the company who sell cheapest chicken, for example. So they will actually, everybody in the organization will be looking for how to save costs and whatnot so that they will be able to sell the cheapest chicken. All right. There are two types of organization. One is profit oriented, the other one is non-profit oriented. So profit oriented ni basically all the companies lah, companies so right there mana. Non-profit oriented ni can be macam NGOs yang have some certain missions that they want to achieve. That is non-profit. Okay, what is the core element of organization? There are three main elements in the organization. That is organizational goal. That means what all of the people in the organization want to achieve. Number two is the people, of course. Without people, how the organization can work? Even if you have one huge building, very nice, beautiful building, without people, nothing will move, right? And then you also need a structure so that the company can work in abstract. Okay, who are the managers in organization? The manager is a person who is responsible to coordinate, guide and supervise the work and performance of organizational members to attain organizational goals. Yes, everybody knows that the organization has a goal, but they won't know how to do it without somebody coordinating. Okay, you do this, so at the end of the day we will achieve the goal. So that is the work of a manager, to coordinate, and then the manager also should be guiding them. Okay, you should be doing this, how? Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and supervise and monitor them so that the manager can make sure that the goal can be achieved. Because sometimes there's a conflict between the personal goal and the company's goal. So bila there's a conflict, then the manager has to resolve this problem. A manager's success depends very much on his or her ability to get things done through other individuals, through their workers. Because depending on himself, maybe very, very super small company, he can manage everything himself. But eventually when the company grows, he will be relying or dependent on people, okay? People who works under him or her. So it is important for a manager to be able to understand the ability of the people and to be able to make them work according to what he or she plans. There are three managerial levels in organization. Manager ada 3 jenis. Top level managers, middle level managers and first level managers. Let's see one by one. What are top level managers? It is a set, these top level managers who are people who set the goals and provide the strategic directions for the organization. So they are the one who will say, okay, in 1 year we want to going to achieve this. In 5 years we're going to achieve this. Maybe in long term, 10 years we're going to achieve 1, 2, 3, 4 things. accountable for the overall management of the organization. These top managers will not be monitoring the workers, the what they call it, blue collar workers to like do operation in their business to produce. No, they will not take care of that. That one will be first level manager. This group of managers, he or she or them, they will be setting up the abstract goal of the company, the bigger picture. Okay, setting up the bigger picture, setting up the culture of the company is like that. Then we see into the middle level managers. So middle level managers, this is people who are responsible for carrying out the goals set by the top management and perform the, he or she will be the link between the top level and the first level managers. It means that just now top level manager already set up the goal. Okay, we want to achieve this 1, 2, 3, 4. Or let's say we want to penetrate the Southeast Asia region in 5 years. Okay, that is the goal that the top level managers already set. So this middle level managers will be the person who carry out the goal. Okay, how do we carry out the goal? Because that is 5 years plan. So that means maybe, okay, in each of these 5 years, we will have to, maybe the first year kita akan go to Indonesia and Thailand. Now, second year, we're going to penetrate Laos and Vietnam, for example. Okay, so this is the middle level manager punya work. They will arrange for people to go to that countries and then see how it can be done. And these people, these middle level managers will be the people who will be the managers who instruct the first level manager to start doing the work at the ground level. Lastly, the first level manager, these are the people who interacts and work most closely with the operational employees and responsible to direct and supervise the actual day-to-day work of the organization at the operational level. These are the people who actually manage the day-to-day work. Okay, let's say they want to produce 5,000 unit of product per week. So this is the people who will do the arrangement. Okay, every day kena achieve berapa? How many workers that you have to have? How many machine that you have to have? How the workers? What are the material that they need to have and all this? He will be the person who handles all these operational employees to make sure that those work is done. Okay. All right. What is the management process? Can you see this? Can you see the diagram? So kalau yang muat tadi tu ni kecil sangat. Can you see the diagram?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah?
Yes, okay.
So the management process, what is management process? Management is the process and activities involved in pursuing organizational goals efficiently and effectively. Okay, efficiently and effectively is the keyword here. By how? How to do it? How to be efficient and effective? By doing the planning, organizing, leading and controlling the organizational resources. So this is what the manager will have to do. He will have to know what are the resources that he has. That will be the input for his management process. The resources that he has people. Certain people have different knowledge. Ada orang ada IT knowledge, ada orang ada technical knowledge, ada orang ada management knowledge, okay? And they have also different abilities and skills as well as experience. So these are the one resource, people. Number two, what are the technology that he has? Okay, now we are in IR 4.0, right? But are you in your factory, in your company, do you have all that technology, or are you still having the old technology? So whatever resources you have to work with it. Facilities and equipment. What are the facilities and equipment you have? The raw materials, who are our supplier, what quality is our raw material. Then you also have some information, machinery, financial capital and so on. So you have to identify what are the resources that you have. Having all these resources, you cannot let it work by itself. It won't work by itself. So you have to do this management process. You have to do planning of people, the technology, all these resources, how you plan to use it in order for you to achieve your goal. You have to do your planning. After you plan, you have to organize it, how it's going to be done, organize it. And then you have to do the leading role, and also you have to do the controlling of what you have planned. So this is a process. Keep on ongoing process. Why do you have to do all these processes? Because you want to achieve all these goals. Whatever your goals is lah, whether you want to sell goods, whether you are selling services, and you have to see whether you're going to perform. Okay. Alright, so let's see the first management function. Tadi kita ada 4 management function, like planning, organizing, leading and controlling. So let's see the first one, planning function. All planning functions are all activities that determine the future. So you plan today for tomorrow, or for the next hour, or for the next minute. You don't plan for now, right? You plan something for the future. It doesn't matter how far the future is. Macam pagi tadi, right? Pagi tadi you bangun tidur. When you bangun tidur, you have plan, right? Okay, what kind of baju that I want to wear today? That's planning for the class today. What is the objective of planning? Is to make sure that you put the firm in the best possible position relative to future business condition and customer demand. So you do your planning today to make sure that you are in a best position in the future, so that you can meet the customer demand. Planning involves setting appropriate and clear goals and objectives and establishing appropriate strategies to accomplish them. So you set the goal and objective by establishing strategies to achieve the goal and objectives. Clear goal will provide the framework within which the organization strategies are formulated. Goal is very broad. Then you will have to have strategies to achieve the formulated goal. Good planning guides employees' behavior and actions to a specific goal must be done at every level of the organization. Okay. The first step of planning is to determine organization mission. So for your company, each of your group at the company kan, you will have to have all this. Okay. You must have a mission statement. A mission statement is a statement that describes the overall purpose and goal of an organization. So in order for you to do a planning, you must have mission. Mission comprised of purpose and goal. Two different things, purpose and goal. To achieve the mission, managers at all levels must develop appropriate plan and decide on the best strategy to ensure that the mission can be achieved. Then we see what is purpose. Tadi kita kata mission has purpose and goal, right? So now let's see what is purpose. Purpose of organization is when you tell what the organization intend to do. Okay, here example that they give here, to sell cattle at Klang Valley. So that is the purpose of the organization. Purpose that the organization exists is because it want to sell cattle. In this case, sell cattle at Klang Valley. Okay, or maybe to provide fertilizing services. Dia bukan nak jual fertilizer, dia nak buat fertilizing services. So you have to identify what is the purpose of your organization. In your case, it will be selling something because not providing services because I've asked you to come up with product, right? So it have to be selling something. And then the organization objective is a statement of how are you going to achieve your purpose. You want to sell cattle, or you want to sell fish, or you want to sell machine. Okay. How are you? How do you plan to do that? Okay. For example, to be the lowest price, the cheapest, lowest price, cheapest sama lah. To be the fastest, to be the what? Maybe sometimes people say to be the what highest quality. Tu you won't be trying to find cheap product, because your objective on your organization is to sell luxury product. You want to have the highest quality product. So the company, everybody in the company will not be looking for cheapest everything. They will be looking at, what is the highest quality. So it is important for you to have the purpose and the objective. Let's say you want to sell something that is cheapest tadi kan. So the whole organization will be working in their mind. They will, we have to be the most cost effective, the most our raw material we have to find the supplier that can sell us the cheapest and so on, because you want to sell the cheapest product. Tapi if you, like I said just now, if you want to sell the highest quality product in the market, for example, so the whole organization will work towards that. They will not look at cheapest. They will, when your purchasing department do the purchasing of raw material, they will look for the highest quality product, raw material to produce your highest quality product. And maybe the HR people, human resources, will be hiring the most skilled people to produce your product. Kalau yang cheapest tadi, maybe whoever can sell, as long as it can boleh mold benda tu jadi apa yang you nak buat, then dia boleh, okay lah orang ni, whoever that we can pay cheapest, we take that one. But the company that sell highest quality product, they will take it a lot of things. Okay, even in their advertisement later on, even when they sell, they will choose which is the suitable place to sell highest quality product. You cannot sell highest quality product at pasar malam, right? So it doesn't suit. That one we will look into when we cover the marketing chapter. But at this stage, you must know what is the purpose of the organization. Your organization must have purpose. And you also have to know what is the objective of the organization, how you plan to achieve this purpose. These are some of the example of planning function. Okay, this is example of the mission and the purpose and the objective. We are committed to excellence in our product and services. So they will focus on being excellent. We are macam Petronas, we are a business entity. Petroleum is our core business. Our primary responsibility is to develop and add value to the national resources. Our objective is to contribute to the well-being of the people and the nation. So they will have a lot of CSR, social responsibility programs and so on. And then and Petronas is one of the best company that provide a lot of things for the welfare of the employees, for the welfare of the community where they have and so on. Yeah. All right. So that is the planning function. We want to see what are the type of planning that being done by different level of management. Management at different level in organization are normally involved in different type of planning. All of them do planning, but different type of planning. So top managers normally do the strategic planning. Middle level managers will do the tactical planning, while first level managers will do the operational planning. Let's see one by one. Strategic planning by the high level manager, top level manager. High level overview of entire business is mission, objective and value. So these are the planning that is being done by the top management. Top management will decide the desired feature of the organization and long-term goal. It can be 3 years goal, it can be 5 years goal or 10 years goal. So this is the work of the top management. Strategic plans provided by top level managers serve as a framework for lower level planning. So in your assignment for your company, you must have this 3 years plan, 10 years plan, what is the strategic planning that you want to do and all that. Okay, you have to be able to show that okay, you have this strategic planning, which then go to the tactical planning, and then it goes to the operational planning, how you're going to achieve the plan, right? Then we see the tactical planning. Planning supports strategic plans, of course, describes the tactics the organization plan to use to achieve the ambition outlined in the strategic plan. And this is normally the short-term planning, the 1 year planning. This one tadi is three years, at least 3 years. They also normally have 5 and 10 years plan. From this 3 years plan or 5 years plan, this middle level manager will do the short term planning. Okay, we do the short term planning year to year. What to achieve this year, what to achieve next year, what to achieve the next third year, so that the 3-year plan can be achieved. It breaks down the broader mission statement into smaller actionable tasks. Okay, at this level, you can't know what to do. People in the organization won't know what to do. Yes, you want to achieve this goal or this strategic planning, but how to do it, what to do it. So this is how these people, the middle level manager, will be breaking down the 3 years plan into shorter plan, that is 1 year planning, and what can be done, actionable tasks. Apa yang boleh dibuat, how to do it to achieve that goal. And this is handled by middle management. This includes goals and deadlines. Okay, by February we're going to do this. By March we're going to do this. By at the end of the year we're going to achieve the 1 year goal. And then they do the budgets. Okay, they do the budget. They allocate the resources. They do the marketing and funding and so on to make sure that in 1 year what being planned for that year can be achieved, and so that 1 year, long-term planning can be achieved. Are you there? Are you still alive?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
Yes,
doctor.
Okay. Sebab yelah kat sini.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Now the operational planning. This will be done by the lowest level manager tadi, first level manager. Describes the day-to-day running of the company, because you see the workers that come every day, your operational workers, maybe your people in your production, won't be thinking about what to achieve in 1 year or 3 years. They know, okay, they come, okay, what am I supposed to do today? Okay, I have to produce 100 unit of this. Okay, that will be the thing that they do. Who do this planning on this one day? It will be the first level manager. It is a roadmap to achieve tactical goal within a realistic time frame. So kalau dia kata nak produce 10,000 units of that product in a month, so the first level manager will break down. Okay, 10,000 tadi, kalau in per day berapa? How many days are we working? We work for 20 days, for example. Dia tak kerja Sabtu Ahad, so dia about 20 days a month. So this month we have 20 days. How do we want to achieve to produce 10,000? How many workers do we need? How many hours do we need? Do we need overtime or not? And so on and so forth. Okay, very specific with an emphasis on short term objective, daily production rate, number of employee, number of product, just what I just mentioned just now. That is the planning function. Then after you have done your planning, you must do organizing function. It covers all the issues surrounding how to set up business to convert the planning into reality. So you plan, kenalah organize. Organizing is the process of arranging and coordinating organizational resources, particularly human resources, to carry out the organizational plan. This is done not only at the first level manager but also all level manager, because first level manager they have to know how many workers they need. Tapi at middle level manager also they need to know, okay, how much money do I need to have to make sure that first level manager get all the resources. What kind of people that I have to hire to make sure that the first level manager can achieve what they have to achieve, and so on and so forth. And top level manager also will have to know what is the budget, and what are the people, what are the what are the facility, maybe buying another factory or whatever, to make sure that this middle manager and the first level manager can be can do their work to ensure that the strategic goal tadi tercapai. So this is in the organization and organizing function. Organizing determines the tasks to be done, how the tasks are to be grouped, who is in the charge of what, and who reports to whom. Okay, so this is the organizing function. You are organizing. You are setting up the organization so that you know who is responsible to do what. How many team do you need to make sure that you can in charge this person or this group to achieve the task that you want them to achieve, and so on. It allows cooperation between organizational members and motivates members to work together to achieve organizational goal. Okay, this is also very, very important. Organizing function is actually very important because it is actually making sure you have many teams. You have production team, you have purchasing team, you have, let's say, warehouse, you also have other teams, you have accountants, you have sales people, you have marketing people. So you have to organize in a way that these people can communicate with each other and be able to do the job on a timely basis. For example, the production people, they want to produce 100 units of product today. So they need raw material. Raw material, they don't buy the raw material. The raw material is bought by the purchasing department. So purchasing department need to know that today these people are going to produce 100. So before that, many days before that, this purchasing department must make the order of that raw material to make sure that today these people can produce. And not only them, they also have to communicate with the store manager, because the store manager will have to have space for the raw material to come in and also for the finished product, lepas dia dah proses finished product to be kept. Kalau tak ada tempat, barang tu jenis yang cepat rosak, tak ada tempat, lepas tu you nak letak mana? Tak luar kilang ataupun luar not in a shady area, barang rosak. So these are all the communication that need to be there, need to be organized in a way that they will know what to do on a daily basis. Okay? And then let's say you dah produce, but the sales department doesn't know anything about it. So who will be selling it? It will just be in the store forever after, right? So these are very important for the cooperation of the organizational members. It requires the development of an organizational scheme that accomplishes the firm's purpose and objective efficiently and effectively, of course. It is a critical step in transforming a business plan into a profitable operating agribusiness. Starts with identifying the critical tasks. Okay, to be able to do this organizing function, manager need to identify these critical tasks. What is critical tasks? They are the activities that must be done if the business is to achieve its purpose and objective. Everything goes back to the purpose and objective. For example, the purpose of this firm is to repair and service farm equipment. Okay. Repair, see the purpose? The purpose is to repair and service farm equipment. To repair and service farm equipment. And the objective is to do it faster, better and cheaper compared to the competitor. So the focus should be on repair and services, not the sales of new equipment. Okay, let's say you also have small part of your company there is to sell this new equipment, because sometimes you get very cheap equipment since you are doing repair, right? So you have that, but you don't pull up all your resources, all your sales people to do the sales of equipment, because your purpose is to provide repair and services. So you don't hire like 10 sales people and one technician. You don't do that, because you know that your purpose is to provide repair and servicing farm equipment. So you will have to hire the technician, maybe 10, and salespeople maybe 1 just in the shop to when people come. Unless you are your focus is in selling of equipment, and you just need one technician to make sure that they will be able to explain how to use the equipment or whatnot, then maybe you just hire one technician and 10 salespeople. So this is very important for you to make all the planning. How do you want to do this? How do you want to make sure that this critical task and all this can be done? Through the proper organizational design. Okay. There are 4 principles of organizational design. It must be kept to you must keep the organizational structure simple so that everybody can understand their role in the organization. And give critical tasks prominence and allow them to function without restriction. Okay, like I said just now, when you focus on repair, that means your technician people must be able to do whatever they need to do without any restriction. Tak adalah nak beli screwdriver pun tak boleh, nak beli meter reading pun tak boleh, everything tak boleh. Tapi kalau sales people nak beli apa-apa semua boleh. You are not focusing on your critical task in that way. So make sure that your critical task, you identify what is the critical task. Your employee should be able to achieve that without much restriction. Keep support staff at the minimum. Okay, you don't put your HR people, admin people at ramai, padahal company ni buat repair. Tapi technician seorang, accountant sampai 15 orang, so that's wrong. Okay, you must have your support staff minimum je. Maybe one accountant, one HR, depending on the company, how big is the company. So just minimum. Yang you need to load your resources, your human resources, your people and whatnot, and their experience and their technical knowledge and whatnot, and in the critical task, depending on what is the critical task. And you also must keep working units small. Why? Because kalau one person have to take care of 200 people, they will not feel the sense of belonging. You must have like one supervisor taking care of probably 20-30 people. Okay, 20-30 people, and then this supervisor ada dia punya boss dia. Boss ni maybe taking care of another 10 this manager lah. For example, this manager take care of 10 supervisors. Each of the supervisors taking care of maybe 20 or 30 staff like that. Jangan macam satu orang take care of 200-300 people. They won't know them. They won't know the people. So if they don't know the people, how are they going to communicate and to inform what the top management are telling? Okay. Okay, these are some of the types of organizing function. Number 1 is by business function. Ways to organize your organization. You can organize them by business function. For example, you have all the departments: sales department, advertising department, manufacturing department, and so on. Or you can organize them by product. For example, you are oleochemical company. You are selling toothpaste, you also sell soap, you also sell shampoo. So maybe you can have one manager just taking care of this toothpaste. One manager only taking care of the soap and the other one shampoo. So maybe you can organize that way. And you also can do by geographic area. Okay, let's say you are selling your product throughout Malaysia. Maybe you can have South region, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan and Johor, and then you have North region, Kedah and so on. Okay, you can also do that depending on your organization. Okay, there are 2 types of decision making approaches. This is also within organizing function. You must decide in your company whether you want to have centralized decision making or decentralized decision making. What are these 2? Centralized decision making is when all decision making authority is held by a few top executive. Okay, who become involved in every decision regardless of its importance. Maksudnya everything nak tanya, kena tanya bos atas. Tak boleh buat suka hati. Birokrasi lah. Okay. While decentralized decision making authority for routine matters is delegated to lower level management, while top management only makes decision that affect strategic matters. So dia bagi authority to dia punya lower level management ataupun even the workers to decide certain things. Okay, only those that matters will have to be brought to the top management. Kalau yang centralized tadi tak kisahlah nak beli paper pun kena inform, kena get permission. But for this decentralized, no, just you buy a paper, dia akan normally they will have limit lah. Macam okay, for this level of management, maybe you can purchase things up to 1,000. You don't have to ask the boss. And then the higher level to maybe 5,000. But if more than 5,000, you have to ask the top management, something like that. How to choose an organizational design authority structure is based on nature of business, the size of business, legal requirement. If the company is small, normally everything will be centralized. Maybe dia ada 10 workers je, the boss and 10 workers je. In this case, normally centralized. But big companies normally they decentralize. You must weigh the advantages and disadvantages, the pros and cons before you decide which is the best decision making structure you want to choose. Alright. We're going to leading function. I think we take a break for a while. Kau macam dah macam dah panas je kan. Semua orang macam dah mula berasap je kepala kan. Okay, we take our class until 12 kan? Now 10. Okay, we take 15 minutes break. Okay, so come back 10:15 lah, make it few more minutes, okay? 10:15 come back. Alright. Pergi cuci muka, yang mana belum mandi boleh sempat pergi mandi 15 minit.